to get really down to our third and final construct in programming, and this is called iteration, or another word for that is looping. So counting up. Let's initialize a variable count to 1, use a while loop to print the numbers 1 to 5. Inside the loop, increment count so the loop eventually ends. Okay, so there's a lot of new concepts here. So let's make our program. This is called counting up. So here we go. Now, first of all, we are going to make a variable called count. We want to start counting from 1, so we're going to give it the value 1 to begin with. Okay, we're going to print it out, but first I need to make it. So count equals 1. Right, let's run the program and save it, and I want to show what happens at different points here. So, yeah, we'll save it in there. This is called count up. Okay, so we get nothing really exciting here, we're just getting the 1. Now, let's say if we wanted to print out the numbers 1 to 5 using a variable count, we could do this, but this is very laborious. Count plus equals 1, that adds 1 to count, and then plus equals 1, plus equals 1, and so on. Let's see what happens. Right, so I've done it 6 times, one more than I should have, but you get the picture. Now, that's very laborious, and actually, it doesn't really gain us anything, gain us any time. We might as well just print out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and stop. So this is where we bring in the concept of iteration, or looping over the same block of code multiple times. Now, let's do the printing inside what's called a loop. So a loop can start with the keyword while. This is a construct. There are other forms of loop which we'll introduce later, but while count is less than or equal to 5. Okay, we want to print count, then add 1 to count. Now, this is a test. It says while count is less than 5, keep doing everything that's indented inside this block of code. In this case, printing count out and adding 1 to it. And we know that it's eventually, hopefully, going to get up to 5 because it keeps adding 1, and then it should stop. So let's run. Yeah, so we actually get the same output here, that we did when we manually did it. Now, you can of course do some cool stuff like this. And really what's happening is the computer is just following those instructions. So it's doing the same thing, but it's just doing many more of it, yeah? And if we want to, we could wait until that gets up to 5,000 if you want. But it's a little bit boring. So let's stop that. Let's go back to 5. You'll notice if we run a new program, this one will stop running and we'll go back here. Right, so what happens if, let's say, while count is less than -1? Let's run that. Okay, we'll stop straight away. That's not true, so it stops straight away. What else can we do? We could probably forget to increment count and just print it out. And now, until I choose to stop this program, the number 1, if I left it for days and days, would just keep continuing to get printed out. We're just looping around this block of code, effectively infinitely, or until the program stops. This is called an infinite loop. And we don't want those either. We want it to stop at a certain condition, so that's why we have count plus equals 1 within our while loop. Okay, so that's that challenge. We're going to build upon loops, obviously, in upcoming lessons, but this is your first example of iteration. You could also change this to a 2, set this to be 100, going to count up in twos, all the odd numbers. If we started at 0, we're incrementing in twos but starting from 0, and we'll be counting up all the even numbers until we get to 100.